Hello, good evening to you all. And today our today's topic will be Indo-US nuclear deal. And I would like to share with you the things one by one in a particular way, so that you will be able to understand the things easily. Okay, so let's get to the background to the Indo-US nuclear deal, and I would like to share with you about the relations between India and USA after the independence. We know that after the independence of India in 1947, there were actually two types of blocs at the time. The one is supported by the USA, and the other was supported by the USSR after the independence of India. Until 1950, both of these countries, the USSR and the USA, they tried to lure India, and they tried to think that they tried to attract India in their own bloc. But since India was at the time supported the non-aligned movement, so USA was very much, we can say, angered with India, and they thought that India will tilt towards the USSR. So after that they tried to support the Pakistan, and but in 1962 we know that USA supported India in terms of ammunition and weapons they provided us for to against fight the China at the time. But we know that in 1971 war with Bangladesh, or we can say East Pakistan, at the time the USA they supported the Pakistan, and after that, they sent their warships to the Bay of Bengal, but after the threat from the USSR, they actually take back the warships which they sent to the Bay of Bengal. So after that time, actually when the China started rising, and also at the time of 1998 when India tested nuclear tests in different places in India. So and after the rise of China, they wanted to restrict China, and after that they would start supporting India at the time. So after 1998, in 2005, sorry, there was a they started the civil, which is called an agreement, which was called as 123 agreement, and is also called as civil Indo-US civil nuclear cooperation deal. And this deal was actually initiated in the 2005, but actually signed and implemented in 2008. So it is called as Indo-US civil nuclear cooperation program. And so now I would like to share with you the aspects, or we can say the objectives of the civil nuclear cooperation deal, which was signed in 2008. So the first is the NSG waiver. The most important aspect of the Indo-US nuclear cooperation deal was the NSG waiver, which was given to the India. And we know that India is not a country which is in the NSG group, but although they give different types of we can say waiver to India, so that India can cooperate with other countries and can sign agreement of a civil nuclear cooperation deal with many, we can say, dozens of nations. So this was the first objective of that, and the second objective of the waiver, we can say civil nuclear cooperation deal, was that it enabled India to separate its civil and military nuclear programs, and place them under the umbrella, or we can say under the control of the International Atomic Energy Agency. And the third objective of the deal was that it restricted India to share and to share the details of the nuclear deals, or we can say nuclear enrichment and process of nuclear things, with other countries which do not have them. And they said that India should also support the international efforts to curb the proliferation of the we can say nuclear technology. And after that, what I would like to talk on what benefits India get from the energy waiver or from the nuclear deal. And this deal actually enabled India to sign different types of civil nuclear cooperation deal with many nations. Like India signed different nuclear pacts with the USA, France, Canada, and Russia at the time. And the second one is the it actually benefited India in terms of uranium import. We actually signed different types of deal with different nations like Kazakhstan, Russia, Canada, for import of uranium, and it was very much helpful for India. And the next point is the recognition to India. This deal actually recognized India as a responsible nuclear state with the restricted with responsible uh, nuclear credentials. So this gave recognition to India as a responsible nuclear state, and we have also the image till now. And the another point was it gave strength to the relations between India and US. So the first one relation which improved between India and USA was it gave a fillip to the relations between India and USA, and since then the relation between both these countries are now in an upward trajectory. And the second point was that it actually enhanced the civil, we can say, military cooperation with India, and it was also the cause of the defense trade which was increased in India. And USA also tried to support India in terms of renewable energy and provide different types of technology to India for support the nuclear programs, and they supported India and their companies, which also built different types of nuclear reactors in India for the need of the India. Okay, and so the another thing was, so I have discussed many things, but now I will discuss about the technological advancements. With the help of the first one is with the help of India, we actually able to stabilize the PHWR, which was pressurized heavy water nuclear reactors. Sorry, pressurized heavy water reactors, PHWR, and these are the backbone of the nuclear program of India, and the nuclear energy which we generate from the nuclear power in India. And the second one point is that these nuclear reactors, or we can say the pressurized heavy water nuclear reactors, are actually some types of nuclear reactors which use enriched unenriched uranium for their fuel, and they use D2O, which is called as deuterium oxide, and also the heavy water which is used as moderator in the nuclear reactors. So these are some things about the technological advancements after that, and it also gave power to India so that it can easily be able to import different types of uranium, which we can say radioactive elements, which is required for our civil nuclear cooperation and all the programs. So it helped India in importing the different types of, mostly we import uranium from different countries like major countries Australia, Canada and Kazakhstan. So we import uranium from these countries mainly. Okay, and now but there were also different types of issues between India and USA, like there were many companies which which we know that there are different types of risks or dangers attached with the nuclear power or nuclear reactors. And after the Fukushima power plant disaster in 2011, many people in the country, they started opposing the nuclear reactors, and so there was a responsibility was needed for to the companies which are working or which are producing the nuclear reactors in India. If let us take an example, that if an we can say unrequired, or we can say unwished disaster happen in the future, then who will be responsible for these disasters? So some types of responsibility were put on the companies which actually handle the nuclear power plants. And there is also an issue that most of our nuclear reactors is actually developed and invented by the USSR. So this is also the issue that US is cooperating, but not in a large amount as compared to the Russia. Okay, and now let us move to the way forward. And we know that despite the civil nuclear cooperation deal which was signed in 2008, the agreements, or we can say improvements in the nuclear enrichment has not taken off till now. So there was a lot of issues between both of these countries. So I would like to say that we know that there is a no permanent enemy or no permanent friend in international politics. Only the interests matter of different countries. So I can think that India should follow the policy of we can say political hedging, and so that is the thing we can follow. And there are also a lot of ways forward through which we can be easily able to cooperate both the countries, and the cooperation will actually needed to be improved and increased, because we are lagging in a lot of different things related to the nuclear programs. And many countries like Russia, they are actually in a large way advanced than USA, and they are supporting us in producing different types of nuclear reactors in India. So these were some of the things about the Indo-US nuclear deal. Hope you all guys listened it carefully and gained some knowledge from that. So if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and share it with your friends. Okay, thank you. Have a good night.